the figure that we're going to look at today is an open finish in bronze international standard tango. I will cover the leads part in the first half and the follows part in the second half of the video, and I'll cover it from a number of different angles. So if you miss it on the first shot, don't worry, I'll cover it again. And let's get started. So, you probably already know how to do a closed promenade in tango if you're watching this video, which would look like this with man's footwork. Forward, forward, side, together. Well, open promenade finishes with passing feet. That would look like this. Again, man's footwork, forward, forward, side, forward. So you'll notice instead of closing with my right foot on a flat behind the left foot, I'm passing, this will be outside of partner, on a flat right foot. And because it's outside of partner, like any other dance, I would have a strong left side lead, okay? Let me show that from a couple different angles and I'll cover timing. So I'm heading down line of dance this way. My feet are 30 degrees to the line that I'm traveling. In this case, it's down line of dance on the boards. Slow, quick, quick, slow. Okay, now I'll show heading down line of dance this way, same figure. It's our open promenade. Heel, heel, flat, flat. Okay. Now I'll show down line of dance coming at you. Ready? I'm in promenade position. I'm in promenade position. I'm close and I'm outside of partner. Okay, now I'll talk about the step length. Long, 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 short. Okay? Whenever we step outside of partner, we don't want to go too big, otherwise you'll end up carrying your lady in your armpit. Okay? So on that final step, you're focused on the rotation, this evening for that left side lead, and not so much the flight. Okay? Tango isn't so much about flight, it's more about speed. Okay, leads. Number one suggestion for you, when you take that final step outside of partner, this one, instead of thinking, I know the ISTD book says left side lead, but I see a lot of this. We're going to think left hip lead. So it is a left side lead, but you take that left side there using your left hip, sending this to your girl, not your shoulder to your girl. Okay, I'll show that coming at you. So, I have a strong left side lead or left hip lead. Same thing here. This is going to feel a little scrunchy because it's the back foot. That's okay. It's going to feel twisty. It'll resolve itself here. This will feel natural. And then again, when you bring this right foot through, think left hip. My next request for you, when you're in promenade position, I would say 95% of the leads drag the girl behind them. Okay. So make sure your elbow is in front of you. So think elbow ahead. So my elbow's ahead and I bend. Right hand out and I shift. Here, and then promenade's the same thing. Here. I see a lot of this. Pretty decent when you're in clothes, and when you go to promenade, you just pull her behind you. It's like carrying a toddler on your hip. As a lady, that's very difficult for me to feel your center. So make sure to always, especially in tango, of all the dances, give the lady a lot of room with this right arm in promenade. And my next request leads, make sure to settle this right inside edge of palm low on her back. It's not up high like you would do in a quick step. It's down low. So think karate hand, whoa, and low. Okay? So I have a high right elbow, but a low right hand. Okay? And I have a lot of space between my rib cage and my right forearm. So forward, forward, side, and outside of partner, okay? So how can we get in and out of this? I'll just give you a little phrase routine that would work. Let's see. Okay, so we'll do 2 walks and a progressive link, and then we'll do the open finish. And I'll finish that, I think, with 2 more walks. So that would look like this. Again, you don't have to dance on these numbers. It's just a suggestion if you would like a little piece of phrase choreography to practice to. So 1, 3, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1. Okay? That would be bronze. Okay? I'll show that one more time and I'll head down line of dance this way. 1, 3, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1. Okay? If you wanted something a little fancier, we could probably do contra check, and then follow with anything that starts on your left heel, which most tango figures do, so that's pretty easy. So for today, we'll do a contra check. I'll do this new figure, our open finish, and then I'll finish that out with a follow-away reverse slip pivot into 2 walks. So this would be a gold level combo that you could use in competition. And I'll head down line of dance this way. Contra check, and 1, and 3, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, follow reverse slip pivot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 walks, 5, 7, and we're off to the races. Okay, I'll show that same combo one more time. Again, there's many figures you could put before or after this, but we'll just show this little combo today phrase in case you need a little piece of choreography. Sorry, I want to give myself enough room. So, contra check. And 1, and 3. Open finish. 5, 6, 7, 8. Follow reverse slip pivot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And your next step will come out on a 1 into whatever you wanted. Okay? The cool thing about this open promenade is anytime, well, most of the time when you have a closed finish option in a figure, you can also end it in what's called an open finish, which is this same ending. So there's some figures that would be exceptions. For example, you can't do this after basic reverse turn, but many figures in tango that end in a closed, you can also pass the feet and end just like this. That's called an open finish. So that's the leads part, and I'm going to cover follows part, okay? Ladies, we start in promenade, and go ahead and just zoom in on the feet for this one. So we go forward. Actually, I'll show a regular closed promenade first, because this is a very related figure. So forward, forward, side, together. You're probably already familiar with that figure. So this one, ladies, is forward, forward, side, passing feet. Okay? I'll show that again, and this time show the whole body. So for lady, heel, heel, inside edge flat, ball, and now roll to a flat. Okay? I'll show that going down line of dance this way, ladies. So I start, I'm in promenade. I'm in promenade. I'm in closed, so I'll snap the head shut there. And he goes outside of partner. Okay? I'll show that again going this way. I have a strong right side lead. Right side lead. I'm going to throw that right side at him. And then I'm going to give him a strong left side. Okay? And ladies, your step sides. Make sure to step behind him If he steps short, you have to step even shorter, but ideally he'll step out with power and go long, long. At this point, ladies, long, and then go ahead and go long. If you go too short accidentally, you'll end up being dragged in his armpit and it's uncomfortable. You can always compensate on the next step. So think about taking all of these long and have extreme torsion in that left side at that final step. Okay, let me show that down the line again. Coming after me, so I'm going to add the figures before and after, okay? So we'll do 2 walks and a link, and then we'll do this open promenade and then 2 walks out for exit, okay? So I'm coming down line of dance at you. So for ladies, I'm going to go walk, walk, okay, now here's my new figure. Forward, forward, 5, passing feet, strong left side lead, and I can walk out, okay? Now I'm going to show down line of dance this way, ladies, same pattern. Walk, walk, progressive link. Here is my open promenade, ladies. Forward, forward, side, passing feet, walk, walk. Okay, so a couple common mistakes. Ladies, make sure not to dump the sides. When we're low on the legs, which we're lower in tango than any of the other dances, you're going to be tempted to lower the sides or the arms as well. That's just how we're built as human bodies. So we're going to separate the blocks. We're going to have very low, low, low knees, but we're going to be high everywhere else, okay? So I'll show what that looks like. We're low, low. Hunker down, low, but lift, 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 lift the sides long, okay? And if you peek in a mirror, if you're at home, you can look at a closet mirror, or if you're in a dance studio, look at the side mirrors. Make sure your shoulders are always parallel with the floor. There's very rarely a sway in tango, unless you're doing oversway or a special figure. So we don't want to have any kind of windmilling in this dance. It's pretty even top line, okay? Next request, ladies. Tango has a ton of promenade positions compared to the other dances, and this is certainly one of them, right? We have the first part is in promenade. We're in promenade. We're in promenade. Make sure to keep your head left of your keister, even in promenade. So I see a lot of this, really, in all the dances. In promenade, where the lady goes promenade, and the head ends up right of your butt. The problem with that is it's going to suck your hips away from your partner, and then he's going to think you're not with him in promenade. So if your partner complains, oh, she doesn't feel like she's with me, it's probably your head position that's too far right. So regardless of if I'm in a closed position, if I'm in a promenade position, my head, I always try and keep it left of my keister instead of, ladies do a pretty good job staying left, and then when they shift to promenade, they take the head forward. So keep that head back regardless of what figure you're dancing. That will feel a lot better and lighter in his arm, okay? Next request, ladies, make sure not to lay that head out heavy in his arm. So make sure that you're carrying your own weight in tango. We do have extreme shapes, but it's because we're low in the leg that we can make those shapes. It's not because I'm doing anything really dramatic, pulling back in his arm. There's certainly going to be a lot of banging around in there, but I'm never hanging on him, okay? Also, ladies, in promenade, we have our left hand over the top of his right arm. So make sure to lift your left elbow extra high and extra away from yourself. So it's less of a flat plane and more of a three-dimensional plane for tango. And finally, ladies, look outside of your hand in promenade. This is an easy band-aid to make your dancing look better. So I see a lot of this where the lady's looking inside of the hand. Go ahead and always look outside of the hand. Do we see that? That'll make your tango immediately give it a good facelift. So, hope you enjoyed that. That is our open promenade in Bronze International Tango. If you you liked today's video, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. Feel free to send questions or requests for future videos. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great week. Bye, guys.